Hello, I'm Charles Alcock and this is AIN TV. We're here at the NBAA show where exhibitors are putting the finishing touches on their booths. Each year, the annual convention is a chance for the business aviation community to take stock and work on its game plan for the next 12 months. Almost 2 years into the financial crisis, business aviation stock is still generally down, but some say the downturn has bottomed out and the industry is starting a slow climb back up to a more comfortable cruise altitude. We're here to find out whether this view represents valid optimism or is just wishful thinking. Right after this short break, we're going to get an early view on the mood and the scale of this year's show.
I want to thank everyone involved for their continued cooperation and collaboration on this new leader in the super mid-size category.
Welcome back to AIN TV. We're with one of the many new aircraft you can see for yourself here at the convention center. But there are many, many more aircraft to view out at the static display in Orlando. It's quite a job to get them all in the right place safely. My colleague David Lombardo is already airside out at the static display. David, how are things looking from where you are?
Charlie, there's no doubt but that the economy is having its toll. Nobody anticipates that this year's NBAA convention is going to reach the 31,000 mark of last year's, and some people are estimating it could dip as low as 23,000. NBAA is reluctant to give out any projected numbers at this point. The only thing they'll say is they're expecting over 100 aircraft on the static display, which in itself is certainly shy of the 139 last year. One interesting observation is two major OEMs, Cessna and Hawker, have taken a pass on an exhibit hall stand and will only be represented here at the static display. A spokesman for Cessna said one of the prime reasons was cost, but added that they would have a dozen aircraft on display here, including the new Citation 10 with winglets, and a Wednesday appearance by the CJ4, which is currently in flight test. Hawker Beechcraft executives tell us that the decision to only display at the static was a difficult one.
And while we've got many of our partners and employees who have, unfortunately, as we've downsized this business, have no longer have a place to come to work with Hawker Beechcraft, the bottom line is we have to be responsible to those who remain and manage our cost, and that's what we're doing.
So, why the static display instead of the convention center?
It's all about the airplanes. Right? That's why we're in this business. If we had to make a hard decision, I'd rather be out there with the airplanes and show people what this great company can build.
Charlie, given the contraction in the industry in the past 12 months, a somewhat smaller attendance at the NBAA convention this year is hardly surprising. Back to you, Charlie.
Thanks, David. Be sure to log on to AINTV.com regularly to see new video segments from the static and the show floor. We'll be posting news stories throughout the show, and you can also follow us on Twitter at AIN Online. So for all of us here at AIN TV, thanks for watching.